And Willis to the air on first down, and he finds Jaden Reed. And Reed down the sideline, shoved out. 3 receivers to the top of your screen. Willis looking that direction, down the sideline, floats it up, and a jump ball caught by Christian Watson. Inside the 10 at the 6.
How long can he play at a high level today in this heat will be the big question.
Second down and goal from the 5. Willis keeps on the zone read, bouncing towards the goal line. Touchdown! Malik Willis into the end zone in Tennessee to pace the Packers to the early lead.
To start the game, Malik Heath out here. We talked about the wide receivers as blockers. He gets the key block that allows Malik Willis to get to the outside. Nice little inside dip right there, and then bouncing it back outside. Great balance. Just great balance on the drive. Short throws. One-on-one opportunity.
Josh Wiley, the tight end, in motion. Levis off play action, wants to go to the air, and he's got Wiley open into Packer territory.
How healthy he looks when he runs the football.
On first down, looking for his tight end. That's Chigo Okonkwo up the sideline, close to another first down. Packers rush 4. Levis over the middle, fits it into a tight window, and he finds Tyler Boyd. There's the man. Levis over the middle, fits it in at the goal line. Play of this opening drive for Tennessee. Levis to the air, to the end zone. Touchdown, Nick Vanette. His first touchdown since 2021. Both defenses give up touchdowns to start this ballgame.
This is you, and this is your first hunt.
Much more balance today in that play selection, at least early. To the air for Reed. Reed with blockers out in front, and he is met at the 38.
The outside guys for Tennessee, they've got to be aware of where that wide receiver lines up pre-snap to get a key.
Willis in some trouble. Eludes the rush. Now he'll tuck it and run for the first down and more. Malik Willis angles out at the Tennessee 41. Bringing extra heat. Willis gonna run again. Willis stumbling forward. He's got the first down. Right at the 32-yard line. Harold Landry with the tackle, but Malik Willis keeps it moving.
But use your athletic ability to make plays.
He'll pull it and keep it. And Willis on the run. Down the sideline. Got a block and out of bounds. Inside the 5. Third and goal. Willis. Reed slips through his fingers. Snead was out there. Reed couldn't pull it in. Here with Tennessee. The 21-yard field goal try for Narveson is good. And the Packers. A rough start the first couple of weeks for Levis as he goes to the air. It's intercepted. Jair Alexander high stepping for 6.
And we have that.
Big early play for both sides of the ball here. Momentum clearly shifting to Green Bay. Can Levis take it back? Pressure coming. He's going to run. He's got some room, but it closes quickly. Excellent job of swarming towards Levis. First down and 10 at their own 18-yard line with a 17-7 lead. And Willis off play action, short to his tight end Kraft, who breaks a tackle up the sideline. And Kraft with room. Tucker Kraft all the way out of bounds near the 40-yard line. Second and 6. Toss play, Emmanuel Wilson zigzags up the middle. First down into Titans territory. At the 47-yard line, a pickup of 10 for Wilson. Third down and 14. Swing to Wilson. And nowhere to go. Wilson down at the 45-yard line. Third down and 3. Play clock at 1. Just gets the snap off in time. Pressure comes. Levis in some trouble. Down he goes. Lucas Van Ness.
It gives them an automatic first down. It's a third and long situation. If Green Bay is going to convert, make them earn it.
Over the middle. It's Romeo Doubs. And he earns it with the first down to the 39-yard line. Jarvis Brownlee in for Awuzie on the coverage and the tackle. So now second and 6. Coming up on 3 to play in this first half. The handoff to Reed. Reed upfield. Has a first down and more as he's shoved out. Well, Tennessee's gone into the locker room each of the first 2 weeks with a lead. That won't be the case today. Willis to the air, zips it in! Christian Watson hurtling high at the 15-yard line and out of bounds. Third down. Willis surveys. Nobody open. Hesitates, and down he goes. The Titans defense holds. Narveson will try the short field goal. And Narveson takes us to halftime. We'll hear about the Green Bay side of things in a moment, but Levis on first down. Nice touch on the pass to Nick.
Everybody else is going to have eyes on that football.
Longest third down of the day for the Titans. Checks it short to Pollard. Pollard makes a man miss, and he's close, but not quite to the yardage. On fourth down, play action. Levis gonna run, going airborne. He didn't get there. Quay Walker, Isaiah McDuffie slammed the door on Will Levis.
Or he's like, I've got a one-on-one, I'm going to my guy.
Willis, a little sidearm, nice catch. Boy, Jaden Reed just plucked that off the turf at the 30-yard line. Second down and 15. Willis with pressure coming, swings it to Wilson. He's got blockers in front. Wilson inside the 20, a convoy in front. Wilson all the way in for his first NFL touchdown.
So watch the reverse motion by Bo Melton right there. And you got a puller. You got Elton Jenkins pulling. So everything is saying we're going right, we're going right. And then all of a sudden you slide Emmanuel Wilson.
27-7. Packers with the lead. Levis now with work to do. It's Tajay Spears to start it off. And Spears with some room across midfield. And Spears ushered out inside the Green Bay 40-yard line.
As the play came to the outside.
2nd and 7. Levis with time over the middle, and he zips it in. He's not afraid to put it into some tight windows. He fit it into Hopkins there.
But that's impressive for a young guy, not to be spooked in the pocket.
So now 2nd and 10. Levis again finds Ridley. It has been a quiet day. Levis looking for Hopkins. Terrific adjustment. Hopkins, touchdown Tennessee.
Be a foreshadowing of things to come, because this is really good feel, right? Once you're even, get it on that back shoulder. The DB can't play it at that point. Eric Stokes is not going to be able to make a play on that back shoulder throw. So just some good chemistry right there that we've seen.
Third down, Jacobs trying to get to the edge. He's not going to get there. Kenneth Murray, the first to greet him, finished off by Amani Hooker. Feels like his 96 as this drive begins. Levis to the sideline. Hopkins starting to heat up on this warm day. Out to midfield and a pickup of 20. Well, DeAndre Hopkins certainly helping him get there in this third quarter, and he's looking that direction again for D-Hop on the sideline. And one of the best receivers of all time makes a sliding grab at the 32 for a Titan first down. 2nd and 10 at the 31. Levis, pressure, and he's blasted. Ball is out. Still loose on the turf. Packers have it. To move up front. Play clock winding down. And they're not going to snap it. Packers
delay of game.
Take the delay
Offense.
of game.
5-yard penalty. It's 4th down.
We've had nothing from Calvin Ridley today up here at the top.
They bring pressure. Levis in trouble, and down he goes.
That looks very realistic right now for Jordan Love to come back.
Willis heaves it down the sideline and never saw it. He was trying to loft it to Dontavian Wicks with McCreary on him, and 5-man pressure. Levis goes down again. Lucky number 7 for the Packers defense. Excellent start today for Malik Willis as Wilson turns the corner. He's got a first down, goes up in the air, and he's met by Quandre Diggs. You know what? Quandre Diggs, Let's go. Jacobs upfield, and Jacobs with a first down. Third down, swing to Reed. He led him a little too far, and it brings up fourth down. No miss here, right down the middle.
Down the field with that huge arm.
3rd and 17. Levis throwing deep, and it is intercepted. Xavier McKinney, 3 interceptions in 3 games. The 3rd player in Green Bay history. 3rd and 7. Another handoff for Brooks. Nothing there. Titans. Levis back to Wiley, and Wiley able to get out of bounds. And a lot to celebrate today. Tajay Spears, middle of the field, making some moves, and down at the Green Bay 44. Clock will continue to run. Should be the final play of the game, barring a penalty. Levis to Boyd, and that'll do it.
In a drive like this one, it may seem meaningless to fans at home watching, but that's important for those guys on the field. These coaches in those types of situations are looking for their players of the future and who's still grinding, who's still working hard.
So that'll do it. The Packers get to win.